Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another insane day in the markets. It is Wednesday, April 16th. They kept this thing flat at the blue line. They go down 11.15 strikes, pump it up 6 at the very end. This is just what Wall Street does. Hey, man, NVIDIA, blah, blah, blah. It's bad. Something, China. Okay, they pump it up, keep it flat. Jerome Powell had a press conference starting right here. Doesn't even matter, right? What did he say at 13:30 that really made a difference? Nothing. The event just started. Wall Street's going to do what they want to do, and they nuked it. It was a print money session. 490%, 255%. These are some beautiful trades. The craziest thing, the best return came right here at the end. 1543, 180% max gain, 190% max gain. Just buy it and hold. And guess what? We're going to flex a little bit. This is an absolutely perfect call out. Some would say this non-financial advice is a benefit of membership to the system. Look at this. Look at this. The flex of all flexes. This Furu system guy who is definitely not giving out financial advice of any kind. 146. That's 1446 or Central Time. I could see this nuking and Hen closing back 443, 444. Well, what happened? 1446 is right here. Okay. Well, they nuke it down 3.66 strikes to the low. So from there, it kept nuking. And then closing back 443 to 444. Well, from the bottom, whoop, they get you 6.5, 6.48. That is what Wall Street does. Especially given tomorrow is OPEX, when almost every single option in the entire market is 0 DTE. They pumped us up in the morning, and then they crushed everyone who had calls for tomorrow by pumping it at the end. Everyone's selling their calls. Oh my God, we're dead, we're dead, we're dead. Okay, sorry, forgot about that. Boom. Just classic Wall Street behavior. Something that you learn to pick up on when you stare at this day in and day out. We tagged it pretty well because Wall Street knew what would happen. They orchestrated this whole thing, and now you can copy trade them using rigged AI. Let's get into it. It's a fun session, but look, calling the close back 443 to 444. You're closing 444.24. Could be possibly a benefit of membership. Use coupon code OrangeMan to save 50% off your first month. All right, now let's get into how to trade a bear trend. Simpler than you think. Blue line, flat. We go up a little bit, we come down. This thing is flat. And the only thing you need to know is when this thing does break out, you want to follow the price action. So let's look. 13:30, Jerome says something. We start nuking. Not only do we start nuking, but this line. This line shows volume. Rigged is the only system in the entire world that tracks Wall Street's option flow. We don't care what retail is doing because retail does not matter. You see this little spike right here? Typically, that means the move is going to continue in the same direction. You're getting the bears. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, this is hard. You don't see it very often. Difficult to chase. But the important thing is what happens here. We get into the red, it bounces. You see all these bears coming in. It's not difficult to say this is late. You just went down 7 strikes in 1330 in 30 minutes. So when you get down -7, you're looking for at least 2 strikes, right? And what I mean by that is at least a 2-strike swing higher. 1, 2, bam, bam. You're getting KTR filling for these. All that means is this 51% win rate bear bomb typically draws down to right here before it wins. Both of these are perfect trades. Right down. You know, every single bear today, except for these in the red, returned over 100%. And even these here at the very end, 50%. But the thing you need to know is Wall Street is in the business of killing the most amount of people possible. And this is a classic Robinhood event. 1530, Robinhood gets closed out. Okay, guess what? Tomorrow's OPEX, all your calls are crushed. And look at what they did. Look at this, 1530, boop. That is the end of the 1530 candle. From there, you go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikes. Incredible, incredible. And this is why option flow is so sweet, because we look at all of them, right? Bear stop, bull came in. And this is 555. That is $500,000 in bullish flow coming in with 16 minutes left in the session. 16 minutes until these options expire. Who knows what was even inside this bull bomb? All you need to know is that Wall Street is wagering $500,000 that the price is going to go up, and that's exactly what happened. So look, you're at the blue, follow the breakout, even if you weren't there for this. 2 best trades, really, 2 best trades by setup, like unless you were like really on top of it, here and here, because you're trading these edge bears after the bounce, and then like, hey, we are deep into the red, and this is classic blue line, like we are down 11.15 strikes from the blue line. That's, you don't want to short the bottom, right? You are late. It starts going up. You get another bull, bam. Beautiful. Now, these awesome trades as well. It was crazy. This nuke, you could have just traded puts at any single time and made money. It was beautiful. It's incredible. And really the trick is probably the fact that volume went from 73% to 86% in 30 minutes. That's huge. That's the move continuing. Robinhood gets out. They crush everyone. Look at SPY, practically identical. You know, the only thing that we'll kind of point out here is went up a little higher, came back down. Someone was complaining about the alerts today, but like, let's look at them. Late. This is the open. We don't really like to trade the open anyway. First hour, it's like, this is nothing. You're at the blue line. You know, it's neutral. Follow the price action. Edge, high win rate alerts. And if you did that, here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bulls with edge. Beautiful setup. Low IV. These are all returning 100%. You know, if you're taking that at the blue, right, that's coming in 1.12 above. Like, hey, I want that as close to the blue as possible. Awesome trade. Here, coming back down, this is a great setup. Absolutely amazing setup. Doesn't win. Sometimes the blue's defended, and it really looked like it would be. But from there, just going to turn KTR off briefly. You know, the bears are coming out. The bears are coming out. This is the setup, man. It's like $400,000 in bearish flow right before Jerome. And then you get these two back to back. Bang, bang. That's an 825. This is $1 million, right? 1.1 million. Once we break below, like your immediate thought cannot be, oh, I'm waiting for a bounce back up. We spent hours just ping-ponging between, what is this, 531 and 532. So as soon as it does break, you can't be thinking, oh, it's just going to bounce right back up. You look at volume, and let's just like look at the flow. It's fairly mixed, but there are more bears coming in. When you're seeing this nuke, if you do want to trade the opposite side, just remember, you don't want to hit that thing until you are deep into the red. And this is a great trade right here. 30 days, 48.09%. I mean, this is great. But look at what happens when we bounce higher. You're getting a bear, you're getting another one here, and it just is not bouncing. When you are this side of the blue line, down 6 strikes, you need to think it's going to keep going further. Obviously, there's more risk now that we're moved here into the red, but you're not looking for a bounce until it just starts to fly. And when it will bounce, just like if it's going to nuke above the blue, it is just going to fly, and that's exactly what happened here. Wow, they took both Q and SPY down 11 strikes and brought them both back up 6. It's funny how good they are at doing this. Overall, a little bit cleaner on Q, a little bit less alerts, but very similar, right? Go down -7, bounce up to -5, and you're getting the bears. Bang, bang. Take the trade. This is what trading options, futures, whatever should feel like. It should be fast. You should be getting price action going your way. And when it doesn't feel like this, go small. Don't think you can outsmart it, because the market exists to extract as much money from everyday people like you and I as possible. Again, skip the open. Blue line when you're ping-ponging, chase the breakout, and then when you get low, when you're below it, you're looking to follow the move, especially when volume is picking up. Volume picking up, you can see it here. Look at the slider. Tells us Wall Street is actively trading lots and lots of mega options contracts, and the move is likely to continue. Now remember, tomorrow is OPEX because we are off Friday for Jesus Day. Let's keep the action going. Let's keep the vibes high. Remember, you always lose small, sometimes win big. And today, there were massive winners everywhere. Cannot wait for all you new guys in here to experience this when the VIX is lower and this 219% gain becomes like 400, 500, 600, 700, 800% and blows your mind what you can do with one contract. Can't wait for tomorrow. Let's keep it up. Keep encouraging each other. Be smart, be safe, stay frosty.